out of recess. Not quite sure if I need
So
a
moved.
Moved by Patrick Lombardi, second by Al Bruno. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 7, discussion and take possible action regarding awarding of the French Park roofing bid. This is regarding the new roofs needed over at French Park, and we have Tim Connors, our Director of Facilities, here to explain to us in detail.
Good evening, everybody. Facility. This went out to bid, actually, they asked for prices previously, probably Jordan was still here. We went out to bid for, had 3 people bid on it. It came anywhere between 25 and 30,000, which is over the bid number. So we actually had to put out to an RFP. So that's what we did. Put out an RFP, very good care of. We had, if you look on the website, we had about 4 or 5 people inquire about it, but only one person could bid. That's what we got on the whole project. So I think it came in just around 20,000, somewhere around there, 20,200. That could be off the board, right?
$20,844. Sorry.
That's the 4 roofs that are over there. They're actually, they call them the storage buildings. There are 2 that are the bathrooms which aren't being used. So right now we use the storage, the other storage, and then the bigger building in the back, which is that garage. They drive in the garage and the office upstairs, which I think it's Pop Warner already uses that. I'm not really sure. No, they use that.
No, it was Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth, but no, Babe Ruth is no longer now.
So it's a little bit of, we'll see, public works storage. So, put out the bid, we had one, like I said, we had about 4 or 5 people inquire about it on the website, and we only have 1 bid on this.
Yeah, let's say nothing is done with that. What's the lifespan on those 4 roofs? Are they well past already?
Yeah, they're already leaking. They
Okay.
already got leaks in there, so they've been farming what they could. As soon as you start ripping off a couple shingles, it's just,
Oh, you can't do that.
no, it just starts, they're so dry rotted to the past the point of just patching it.
Okay, because right now, I mean, I think anyone who's tried to get any work done anywhere sees that just to turn down, rather than turn down the work, people will overbid the heck out of something.
Correct.
And materials, you know, I see where you guys have plywood, things like that. It's
Correct.
crazy. So this isn't something that we could sit on for a year or two.
Possibly could. Again, the roofing prices only went up by 12%. It's not like lumber was shot up like almost 400%. So roofing had their 12% increase. I think it was like 11.7 over this whole COVID area. So-
Including plywood?
No, plywood separate.
Oh,
Don't
Yeah.
cover anything. But again, we won't know until we open up, until they strip the roofs, what's up with the plywood. It's like, probably all the old tongue glue, water, not the regular plywood. So that tends to.
It's probably just tar. The entire thing
It's
is just.
possible. It's possible, so, I mean, could we wait? I'm sure we could. You know, it's not like livable space. It's not, you know, the stuff that's in there's not, doesn't, you know, it's not perishable goods or anything of that sort. So if we like to wait, we could wait if need be. But again, the prices, the roofing prices aren't gonna change. They're not gonna lower. They're gonna go up, because every year they go up between 7 and 12% anyways. You know, pre-COVID. So we're always gonna have that basic increase. Plywood's a whole other animal. That's starting to come down now, it's just futures.
Yeah.
They lower the futures, but it takes a little while for the plywood to actually.
Catch up.
We price out per sheet,
Mhm.
if there's any rotted wood. So when they strip the roofs, I'll be there to make sure what's rotted, what's not rotted. So I can check it first before we place it.
Okay.
So,
Tim, did we budget for this?
I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't know if we budget for actual roof itself.
And then you say the beer appears to comply. Is that, did we have to do any, I mean, it's just the choice of wording. It appears to comply. Have we already gone through legal? Does it comply? You're saying it just appears to comply. Does it comply?
No, that will comply.
Okay.
Before, we just went up and we just asked for bids, and Gentleman Jordan was here, we got 3 bids, and they were above the $25,000 mark. So that's.
Oh, so it's just a dollar amount?
Yeah,
that
it's just a
appears to
dollar amount, we just
comply.
assume, you know, that type of number, you know, we just don't want to award it, so we actually do it.
Okay.
But Rory would be the one to give you the final okay on that because he ran the RFP, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything's good, Roy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's all compliant with what was in the RFP.
Great, yeah.
Okay.
Because he was running it, no
Yeah.
offense.
Correct.
He was the point guy for it, so I want to make sure you guys, I'm sure you talked.
Yeah.
The only other question I have is, we've all been at French Park a bunch of times, so these roofs I know are not in the greatest shape. And so aesthetically, it's my personal opinion, we need to get it done now.
Correct.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, it has to look better we're upgrading our town infrastructure. French Park is beautiful. We have those flags in the front now through the gift by the Tchaikovskys, right?
Yes.
And so it's time, in my opinion. So thanks for doing the work, you and Roar, and
You know, again, we're not gonna tear the buildings down, this is the old stone structure.
Right.
It's more aesthetics and that.
sure,
like that.
sure. Let's just get it right.
Even though they are storage buildings, I guess they were previously bathrooms,
Mm-hmm.
were vandalized a few years back,
Mm-hmm.
and, they're
Yeah.
concrete pipe, so.
So, is there any other plan after you put the roofs on? Are we gonna give them a coat of paint, or what are we gonna
It's
do?
all stone, so the fascias around it, when they rip it off, then we'll see what's there.
Okay.
When it comes off, again, that's something Public Works, you have them take care of.
Okay,
Because then they can,
yeah, talk to Tony and
Yeah.
get that going, sure.
I already discussed with them, so
Awesome.
show them what they do.
Should've known, you guys already did it. Thanks.
And certainly, the existing deteriorating conditions are not going to get better.
But with the condition of the roofs right now, the building's just taking up space. We can't put anything of value in it if it's being used for Babe Ruth storage, which will probably be coming back next year, because they had the Little League thing, but that was just make work. With Babe Ruth probably coming back,
They're not coming back.
something's coming back, whether it's Babe Ruth or Little League.
It'll be Little League, but Babe Ruth has now gone with Derby, from what I understand.
Okay, well, something's gonna be there.
Yes.
And it'll be in
Seymour.
more full-time space. They could use the storage. Right now, if we put a glove in there, it's gonna get disintegrated.
Right.
Exactly, we all can use some space around here, so I think it can definitely be
It'll get used.
used.
Good.
Correct, that's all.
I agree it has to get done regardless, but just out of curiosity, I'm gonna go with assuming that most of the plywood's going to have to be replaced. So if that happens, what is that going to equate to? Are we worried about it killing the budget?
No, you're 25 squares, so it's probably a few grand in plywood at that
Okay.
point. Remember, it's usually 2 or 3 grand.
Not bad.
Like I said, I think it is
Still
what it
under.
is.
Yeah,
but
Should be, I mean, again, the older homes are built better than today. Like right now.
Just
you
in
got-
preparation, because once you rip it off,
Oh, without a doubt.
there's no way you can say, not a good idea.
Correct, correct.
So-
Again, if it came down to it that we ripped one off, and there was more structural damage than we know of, we could put a halt on it at that point. Just being valid, what we do.
Okay. Any other questions, comments? Vote. All in favor?
Motion.
I need a motion.
Oh, I thought we
Motion,
did.
then discussion, even though
Have a
there won't be any
motion to
discussion.
approve the, did somebody else start?
No, go ahead.
Sorry, because I know I'm just trying to rush. Keep it going.
Sorry.
Do it.
All right, making a motion to approve the bid for the French Park roofing.
Second.
Seconded.
Motion by Trish, second by Rob Van Dien. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain? Motion, chair votes aye. Vote 7-0. Thank you, Tim.
Free for the rest of that. You don't need any questions or anything else.
Yeah, just hang out.
Thanks, Tim.
Just-
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Hang out just in
We
case.
just enjoy your company.
All right, take care, buddy.
Just in case.
There you-
How's that? Thanks, Tim. Discussion and take possible action regarding the Small Cities Consultant RFQ. I need the board's permission to conduct an RFQ for the Small City Consultant. As some of you may be aware, Lisa Lowe has retired. She was our former Small Cities Grant person, so I need a motion for an RFQ to go out.
So moved.
Motion by Pat Lombardi, second by Bob Finley. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carries 7-0. Thank you. Okay, item number 8. Discussion and take possible action regarding referral of ordinance to the Ordinance Committee. One, there's 3 of them that we want to push forward to the Ordinance Committee. One is the Open Space Public Act 490. I can give a little bit of detail on this, but I will have Rory give majority of the detail because he's more familiar with the Open Act 490. You know how we have we have the farm status, and we have a lot of people arguing about the farm status with the tax assessor. If they go under the Public Act of 490, that allows them to have a little bit of more wiggle room than a farm status, but Rory is more up on that, so I will let him give a little bit more detail.
Yeah, this came as a recommendation from Taylor Ahern in the assessor's office. This year, many of our small farmers reviewing their assessments. There are technical requirements according to the statute, as we learned when Mr. Brown came to this board and was asking questions about how that all works. And so the recommendation is for the selectmen to look at this public act and to potentially adopt it as an ordinance. This will allow the farmers who may or may not meet the requirements set forth to be a farm, to just call it open space that won't be developed. So if that is their goal, to keep it open space rather than necessarily to have a functioning, profit seeking farm, this will allow them to do so.
That would put them under the same tax benefit as a farm?
I don't know if it's the exact same.
It helps them.
Yep. The next one would be 4.5 civil service. That's more of a cleanup of wording. And C would be 10.5 massage parlors. That is again cleaning up the wording on that. So I would like a motion, please, to move these to the ordinance, these three to the ordinance committee.
So moved.
Motion by Trish. Second by Bob Finley. Discussion?
So 4.5 and 10.5, those were not in the packet.
Yeah, so the town of Seymour is not a civil service town, and it was removed from the charter, but the ordinances were never cleaned up, and so this would just be striking that portion.
So these are maintenance type things we're
Yes.
talking about? Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion nays. Motion carries 7-0. Thank you. Item number 10 is discussion and take possible action regarding the garbage contract. We had a meeting last week with Oak Ridge, and there were several items that need to go back and reviewed and rewritten. So I'm going to ask for a motion to table this, but we will have to do a special meeting later this month once they get back to us.
So moved.
Motion by Trish, second by Bob Finley. Discussion?
No discussion.
Oh, okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, 7-0. You never know. I'm not
If you
taking,
ever come across that, then what you do is you ask, you withdraw your motion to table.
listen, I'm just making sure here. I'm not getting into trouble here. 11, discussion and take possible action regarding the EDC, Economic Development Director position. In your packet, we have given you all the resumes that were submitted. We posted on the CCM website as well as the Yukon Department of Public Policy. We are not taking any action on this tonight. The resumes are for you to look at home, and we'll discuss this at our first meeting in August. But understand that this job posting has been out there for several months, and these are the only only resumes we received.
We will be going into executive session for that, I assume?
In August?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Can I have the motion?
So this is
moved.
really being tabled, correct?
I was gonna say, what's the motion on?
Okay.
You don't have to take action.
That's why I'm asking.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Discussion and take possible action regarding Public Works bargaining agreement. Warren Holcomb is here. In your packet, you also have a summary of changes. Right? Go ahead, Warren.
And before we do that, under the Freedom of Information Act, when you have discussions concerning strategy or the collective bargaining agreement, it's not a meeting. So I'd ask that the board recess the public meeting, then we'll have a discussion in a quote non-meeting with no members of the public, no press, about the strategy of the negotiations, and then come back into public session and I'll answer questions regarding what you have in your packet, and you get to vote to approve and ask for the request funds for the new contract, or vote it down or take no action. I think that's what you do.
I'll make
So
a
I'd ask
motion to
that we
recess.
and go to a non-meeting.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Chair votes
Tricia,
aye.
no. Tricia, no.
Tricia, no.
We hit the buzzer first.
Okay.